What do we do if we see weak or no signal? So one issue here could just be that your primary antibody has lost activity. So make sure you're storing the antibody properly. Make sure it hasn't had, if it says aliquot, then aliquot. But if it says like protein tech, do not aliquot, then do not aliquot either. So make sure that you're storing them properly. It might be that your antibody concentrations are not fully optimized. So titrate your antibody concentrations and adjust incubation times and check for manufacturer suggestions as well. It might be you've really not added enough essentially. Or it could be that your protein of interest is not expressed. Run a positive control and check on PAX-DB. Make sure that your protein of interest is expressed in that tissue. Or it might be your protein of interest has low expression, so try signal amplification, try using a polymer HRP or an LSAB, one of those streptavidin methods, because that is really good at amplifying your signal and has high sensitivity. Or if you think your epitope might have been damaged, try a different epitope retrieval technique or try a different fixative. So for example, try ethanol instead. So the next problem that people often see is high background or non-specific staining. And as I showed with our antibody titration slide, it could just be that your antibody concentration is too high. So perform titrations and go perhaps lower than you think you need before determining whether or not that is causing your high background. It could also be that you have a non-specific antibody binding. So prolong your blocking step and also increase your concentration of blocking solution. It might also be worth adding a permeabilization agent here, just in case your antibody isn't fully permeabilizing into the tissue and therefore causing high background. It could be that you have poor sample washing, so repeat or prolong your washing step and make sure you're using good sample washing technique. Also, it could be that you have a damaged epitope, so try with a different epitope retrieval. Or endogenous enzyme or biotin lectin. So if you have endogenous enzymes, then try increasing your quenching step or try a different quenching step. Or if you think it could be due to the presence of biotin and lectin, try, for example, a polymer HRP. I've had a lot of questions recently about what to do if your sections float away or come loose. It could be that you're just using basic glass slides or out-of-date charge slides. At Protein Tech, I myself have always used charge slides, and our R&D always suggest using charge slides. So you can buy these from many manufacturers, for example, the Superfrost Plus. I know they're really good and for IHC. Or you can make your own slides by coating them in gelatin, and this will really help your tissues sticking to the slides if you're worried about the cost of using so many Superfrost slides, for example. There also, another cause of slides floating away might be that your slides weren't properly dried if they were frozen. So you can defrost and dry these fully for 30 minutes before fixing and staining. Or if you're using distilled water as a wash buffer, this can sometimes cause your sections to loosen. So try using PBS instead, but also do not pipette directly onto the tissue because this could also cause them to become loose. Antigen retrieval methods can be an issue, so sometimes microwaving can cause tissues to become loose. So try a different method, so such as a water bath or a hot plate, or try a different fixative, so try methanol, for example. And slide thickness as well. At Protein Tech, we consider the sweet spot for sections to stick to the slide is between 3 and 5 microns.